The screen fades in a dimly lit room. A man whispers, "I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse." That single line, delivered in 1972, became immortal. It was more than cinema. It was an oath, a shadow, a promise that Hollywood storytelling had changed forever. The Godfather wasn't just a movie. It was a cultural earthquake. Audiences stepped out of theaters and spoke differently. They walked differently. They carried with them the gravity of Corleone. Tonight, we turn back the pages of time. We'll walk through the lives of those who gave faces, voices, and souls to this masterpiece. Some rose to unimaginable heights. Some met quiet tragedies. Some are still with us, their legacies, breathing through every rewatch, from Marlon Brando's commanding silence to Al Pacino's simmering rage, from James Chan's fiery charisma to Diane Keaton's fragile humanity. We revisit the cast that made crime into poetry. You'll discover who they were when cameras rolled in 1972, where fate carried them, and how their names echo in 2025, their triumphs, their heartbreaks, their final acts. This is not just a roll call of actors. This is a requiem for legends. And with every facet we revisit, we hear the echo of that opening line. An offer the world could never refuse. Marlon Brando. He was 47 when he stepped into the shadows of Don Vito, already a legend from A Streetcar Named Desire, and on the waterfront. Brando carried the weight of Hollywood on his shoulders. His whispers, his pauses, his gravity. The pauses, his gravity. Godfather made him myth. Brando's career was a storm. From rebellious icon to reclusive artist, from Oscars to controversies, his presence haunted the industry. Later roles like Apocalypse now deepened his legend. Yet his personal life was marked by tragedy, family turmoil, public battles, and solitude. Brando passed away in 2004 at 80, leaving behind a legacy that towers above Hollywood itself. His quiet strength still echoes decades later. And yet, as one Godfather exits, another rises to claim the throne. Next came the man whose career would ignite like wildfire, Al Pacino, Michael Corleone. At just 31, Al Pacino transformed from an unknown stage actor into Michael Corleone, the reluctant son turned ruthless king. His performance was a slow burn, a masterclass in tension. Every stare was a storm waiting to break. Pacino went on to define American cinema. Scarface, Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, Scent of a Woman. Oscars finally crowned him, though his legend needed no validation. His voice, his fire, his unpredictability, they belong to another era, yet remain alive today. Now 85, Pacino still works, still electrifies, though his movements are slower, his tone more measured. Time has not dimmed the gaze that once froze audiences. But before Pacino became the face of cold ambition, another cast member gave us fire in its rawest form, James Caan. James Caan was 32 when he exploded on screen as Sonny Corleone. Fiery, impulsive, larger than life. Sonny's violent end remains one of cinema's most shocking scenes. Off-screen, Caan mirrored that energy from Brian's song to Misery. His career was a roller coaster of brilliance and battles. He lived fast, fought personal demons, but always returned with grit and charm, and passed away in 2022 at 82. Hollywood mourned him as a lion whose roar could never truly fade. But if Caan was fire, then Robert Duvall was ice. Steady, calculating, unforgettable. Robert Duvall, as the adopted consigliere, Robert Duvall brought restraint to chaos. At 41, his calm presence gave the Corleone family its voice of reason. Duvall's career soared. Apocalypse Now, Tender Mercies, The Apostle. He collected Oscars, nominations, and respect across generations. Always understated, always precise, Duvall became the craftsman's actor. Now 94 in 2025. Duvall remains one of the last giants standing. Frail perhaps, but still a symbol of resilience. His career is a bridge between golden Hollywood and modern storytelling. But where Duvall gave balance, Diane Keaton gave fragility and fire. Diane Keaton was just 26 when she played Kay, the outsider who watched Michael's descent. Her performance carried both innocence and heartbreak. After The Godfather, she became Woody Allen's muse in Annie Hall, winning an Oscar. Her career blossomed in dramas, comedies, and memoirs. Keaton's wit, style, and candor kept her a beloved Hollywood presence. Now 79, she continues to act, write, and live with unapologetic charm. She remains proof that Hollywood legends don't always fade, they evolve. Yet, as Keaton smiled her way through reinvention, another cast member carried the burden of quiet tragedy. John Cazale. John Cazale was 36, fragile and brilliant. As Fredo, he embodied weakness with heartbreaking humanity. His line, "I'm smart, not like everybody says," still breaks hearts today. Cazale's career was brief but flawless. Appeared in only 5 films: The Godfather, Dog Day Afternoon, The Conversation, The Deer Hunter. Every single one nominated for Best Picture. But fate was cruel. Cazale passed away in 1978 at only 42. From lung cancer, his death shook Al Pacino, Meryl Streep, and all who knew him. He remains cinema's eternal what if? Yet for all his fragility, another actor brought a quiet steel to the family. Talia Shire, just 26, played Connie, the youngest Corleone, torn between family loyalty and heartbreak. Her role grew as the saga deepened, her presence becoming one of endurance. Outside The Godfather, she achieved immortality again as Adrian in Rocky. 2 franchises, 2 icons. Few actors can claim such a legacy. Now 79, Shire lives privately, occasionally appearing on screen, always remembered as the face of resilience. But as Connie endured, Abe Vigoda's Tessio faced a quieter, darker fate. Abe Vigoda. At 51, Abe Vigoda's weary face made Tessio unforgettable. His betrayal of Michael is etched into film history. Beyond The Godfather, Vigoda became a TV icon in Barney Miller and Fish. His somber expression, paired with comedic timing, made him beloved far beyond crime dramas. Vigoda passed away in 2016 at 94, after decades of mistaken death hoaxes that ironically kept him alive in pop culture. With his passing, we close the circle of Corleone, but the story of a Corleone. These actors remains eternal. Time moves forward, faces age, voices fade, but some performances never die. The cast of The Godfather gave us more than characters. They gave us archetypes, fathers and sons, betrayers and believers, innocence and corruption. Art has become our collective memory. Some are gone, some remain. All are legends. Their lives remind us that cinema is not immortal, but its echoes are. So as we close this chapter, remember, every time you press play, you summon them, Faye. You summon them. Back, Brando whispers again. Pacino's eyes burn again. Cazale reaches out again. And somewhere, the Corleones sit around a table, waiting for us to join. If you carry memories of these legends, share them below. Let us honor them together and stay with us for the next retrospective, where another story, another cast, awaits to be remembered.